Hey guys, welcome back for another video. We're going to go over step by step how I approach the progress with my client Wahid here. We did online coaching for the past year, and a lot of good stuff has happened over the last year. A lot of good progress. So we're going to go over step by step how we approached it and hopefully help you guys learn to self-diagnose and self-implement on your own if you guys are keen on that kind of stuff. So this is Wahid. First video that he sent me with a 7-iron. I'm just going to let it play out for you guys. On the left, it's all in slow-mo. Typically, I have my clients send it to me in regular speed, so moving forward, it will all be in regular speed. I like seeing things in regular speed just to see how things flow. So, but regardless, this is good enough to have a starting spot, even though it's a slow-mo video, but issues are still the same. So first things first, I like to approach how people turn in the backswing. So when we look at the backswing, it's either we have to improve the structure, how the arms move, or how the body turns. So with Wahid, when we just kind of just highlight the issues at hand here, Wahid likes to sway the lower body. So if I draw a line beside his right hip, he likes to sway past a little bit while his lower body leans towards the target. So you can see his upper body leans closer towards the target than his lower body. We don't really want that for most people. And as he does this, his right leg kind of sways away. Right leg kind of maintains too much flex as he does that. So he's fake turning, okay? So when we look at the down the line view, because he doesn't really turn properly, all he does in the backswing is lift his arms. His arms get high very early. So at shaft parallel to the ground, his arms are already at stomach to sternum height or so. Okay, it's way too high. Typically, we like seeing things kind of around pocket height, hip high at most. At shaft parallel for Wahid, it's already way too high. And then as he continues going, he's not really turning properly. His arm folds up too much. His right elbow gets trapped and orbits behind his right rib cage. Right arm folds a ton, as you guys can see at the top of the backswing. It's not a really good move, and it continues to fold up into transition, and then he tilts back severely. Right heel lifts off the ground. He early extends. All the common issues that a lot of people do. So impossible to work at everything all at once. So we're going to tackle the root issues first. Okay, so with Wahid, from what I remember, I believe I had him work on the turn first. So now that we have this turn going, so the video on the left is what I asked him to do. So if I remember correctly, I had him talk about how to turn properly. So I just checked my phone here. I wrote down a few things for Wahid that I'm going to ask him to do. So from there, I asked him to just stand a little, just change this up a bit. But then this is the big piece here. I'm gonna teach him how to turn properly now. So I have him. So I like having that feel for people, the movement drill with the club across your shoulders. You stand tall, you stand straight, look at the camera, and just turn level. If you can do this properly, you would be able to turn properly in a normal golf swing. So you can see when we do that, we're just turning very straight, we're turning very level, we're not tilting, we're not sliding at all. If you can do this, then you bend over in the setup. So you can see all I did there was just copy the same turn. My lower body stays centered. I'm turning level. Because we're on an incline at setup, the lead shoulder will be lower than the trail shoulder. So for most people, for more people than not, you do not have to help the lead shoulder get lower, okay? You don't have to tilt the shoulder down. You just got to turn level to your inclination. That's what's going to help you free up the turn and turn properly for most people. So I've asked Wahid here to let the head and upper body move away from the target slightly because you guys can see Wahid likes to move towards the target with the upper body and head as he turns, as he backswings. He's not even turning. So because he's leaning this way, I'm having Wahid feel like he moves his upper body and head away from the target as he turns while keeping the lower body centered. Typically, feeling a level turn and letting your head and upper body move away from the target often frees up the turn for a lot of people. So this is what I'm asking Wahid to do. So that's the first thing I really want him to do. So again, you guys can see I'm having him move away from the target with the upper body as the lower body stays centered. So how he then implements for that for me. Let's look at the next upload he sent me. Left here is the first video that he sent me after I asked him to improve the turn. So let's see how he does it. So already it's quite a bit better. At the top of the backswing, he's definitely moving his upper body a little bit more away from the target. He's turning his lower body more. The only thing is he also swayed his lower body width. But at the top of the backswing, this already looks a much better than how he looks on the right swing, which is what we started with. So I asked him to keep the lower body more centered as he keeps the upper body movement. And let's see how he made out with on the next set of videos that he sent me. So on the left here is after I ask him to do it again. I ask him to keep the upper body the same, head and upper body moves away, lower body stays centered, and let's see what he does with this. And already it's way better. So you can see his lower body stays centered. I'll draw a line beside his right hip. He stays within the line as he turns. His lower body is turning way more. His head and upper body moves slightly away from the target, and he looks much more loaded here now. So way more turn. You can see he's turned his upper body way more with his trail shoulder being visible here. On the right video, trail shoulder is barely visible because he's not really turning, he's just moving. So he's way more loaded on the left picture here, and then whatever happens can happen for now in the downswing. So the key to really making tangible changes in the golf swing is tackling the most important pieces first. And I think this will be a good series here for you guys because he did a really good job tackling each issue on its own and building the building blocks, not trying to get caught up with fixing 10 different things at once. Okay, so which a lot of people tend to do. So this is a great start. We improved Wahid's turn in a short period of time. I'm going to show you guys the first turn he showed me. You can see the upper body leans towards the target, lower body sways a bit. He's not really turning. And then as a result, his downswing gets a little funky. And then on the left here, lower body centered, upper body away. And then whatever happens, happens in the downswing. And already the downswing is actually reacting in a much more favorable way for him than before. See how he starts the downswing here versus on the left. It's already quite a bit different. So really good start with Wahid on this first piece, improving the backswing turn. It is a huge foundation for a lot of people. So hope that helps. That's how we kind of go over how to implement some changes. Most important things first, and then we'll work it back from there. So any questions, leave it in the comments below, and we'll catch you guys next time. Thanks, guys.